Hi everyone, my name is Brendan Gendel. I'm here with Entegra Coach. Today we're going to be going over the what's new on the 2024 Entegra Coach Aspire. This beautiful unit behind me is going to be the 44R, the bunkhouse. So as we're walking through this unit, if this is something that maybe fits your needs, please let us know. Check it out on our website. Maybe if this floor plan doesn't fit what you or how you plan on camping, we have a multitude of floor plans that will hopefully fit your style. So as you can see, we're still using the beautiful Entegra Coach front cap, that beautiful backlit lighting, the badging, backlit, our calling card. People absolutely love turning these lights on when you get to a campsite because you know you have a fellow Entegra Coach owner with you. This is something that I absolutely love in a product that personally is my favorite. So going into some of those items that we have added for model year 2024, we had a lot of requests and suggestions that we've put a lot of our energy into this particular model year of listening directly to you guys, the consumer. One area before we get too far is just a little item, but it goes a long way. Adding a guiding pin in some bumpers to make sure that we have a nice tight seal as this is driving down the road. No longer having to worry about it wobbling and potentially scratching some of your paint. We wanted to make sure that this is in a nice, snug, and fit position. So that's a nice added benefit, but even more beneficial, something that you guys have been requesting, is going to be the front cap hot and cold washing capability. So this is something that will be standard on all model year 2024 units. This will be on Riata all the way through the Cornerstone. Again, you guys have been asking for it. We're making sure that it happens. It's a very easy disconnect. All you have to do is pop that back and it will pop right out. This will be stored in your wet bay. So again, if you guys want to make sure that your beautiful front cap is nice and clean, you now have the ability to do so without dragging hoses around. Where you will turn your hot and cold water on is going to be in your wet bay, no different than you would if you needed to wash off some items over on the outside of that. So as we move through this coach, you'll notice that there are a lot of similarities from model year 2023 going into model year 2024. One of those is we're still using the beautiful K2 Spartan chassis with 450 horsepower. At this price point, using Spartan is borderline unheard of. It's something that makes us and allows us to stand behind the fact that we are the quietest riding, best handling coach on the market, period. We're still using the X-Bridge bracing that we've been using for decades now. It's something that our customers are absolutely in love with. That's not going anywhere. But one area that you'll notice that is new is going to be some additional badging. We're proud that you guys are owners of Entegra Coach products, and we want to make sure that you guys can showcase that, not just to your friends and family, but also people that are driving down the road. So we've added that backlit Entegra Coach Aspire badging to the side of your coach. We're also continuing to use that same locking door mechanism as well as the doorbell. That was something that was very well received over the last year. As you notice, this is going to be an ultrasonic blue paint scheme. Personally, one of my favorites. There are some additional and new paint colors with the exact same paint design going into model year 2024. I would highly recommend checking out IntegraCoach.com and finding one that would fit your personal preference and personality. Before we go too far, I wanted to show one little addition and modification that we made for model year 2024, and that is going to be on this front screen. We had a lot of consumers reaching out to us saying, hey, is there any way that you guys can move that locking mechanism down a little bit further so I don't have to step up to try to get this screen out? Absolutely. You can now do so from the comfort of standing on the ground. Very easy to lock and unlock that screen moving forward. You'll notice that Entegra Coach is still using that beautiful flush slide. So when these are into your coach, it gives you a nice seamless transition from your sidewall into your slide out wall itself. I think that's one of the great things about the Aspire, Anthem, and Cornerstone. It gives a nice, beautiful, flush, and sleek look as it drives down the road. Another area that we've added to that is giving you a nice, clean aesthetic on the baggage doors. If you notice, that was a one-button push, pops right open. If you guys do have some form of battery problems, by all means, there are a key lock mechanism that if you do have a problem while you're traveling, you have the ability to override this push button system to lock and unlock by doing so. Now, moving one slide over, you'll notice that we're using a More Ride slide out tray. This is going to be a two-way system, so you have the ability to slide this out on your campsite as well as your non-camp slide. And we're continuing to use standard exterior entertainment with a beautiful Samsung television and JBL speakers. Whether you're at your campsite, maybe you're tailgating, we want to ensure that you have the ability to entertain yourself as well as your fellow campers. That's something that I do think is very cool. These are all standard features. Now, one thing I want to point out that's going to be standard as well on model year 2024 is a Starlink satellite system. That's going to give you the capability to have internet and Wi-Fi anywhere in the country through that system. Again, that's going to be a standard feature on your Aspire, Anthem, as well as the Cornerstone. So if you guys are working while you're on the road, you want high-speed internet, wherever you are in the country, Starlink is going to give you the capability to do so. If you guys want more information on that, I would highly recommend checking out Starlink's website. They'll give you a wide array of information on the capabilities that hopefully meet your traveling needs. Again, just some additional storage bays. One area that we have increased the capability is using a Cotec inverter system. We've tried to make this as convenient for you guys. We don't want you having to jump through hoops while you're on the road. Using a Cotec inverter and partnering with them, they've made that system flawless and extremely easy to use. All it is a single toggle switch that will directly connect to your Firefly system to make sure that you have the capability and ease of use that you guys have desired. The last little bay here is going to be a quick water connect. If you guys wanted to do a gravity fill, you have the ability to do so. So before we go to the tail of this coach, I just wanted to point out, again, still using those beautiful flush mounted awnings. Again, we're trying to make that Aspire, Anthem, Cornerstone units look as sleek driving down the road as we possibly can. Those Girard awnings just absolutely cap off a beautiful design to ensure that this looks as sleek as we can possibly manufacture it. So as I was mentioning up front of this coach, we're still using the Spartan chassis. One area that Spartan absolutely dominates this market is the ease of use for the customer, not just in the driving experience and a beautiful, strong, straight rail chassis, but also the ease of use for the customer. This is all one bay. There's no more guessing of where your battery disconnect is versus the air drying system. Spartan has made this as easy and convenient as they possibly can, making sure that you guys have the ability to open up one single door and accomplish any preventative maintenance or just routine maintenance that you guys need to do so. It's all right here. Another area that you also have is this is going to end up opening up your engine door compartment. So all you have to do, again, while you're in this bay, hold down the open button. If you notice right behind me, that door is opening up. It's that easy. Again, Spartan does an absolutely phenomenal job making sure that this is as easy and convenient for you, the customer, as you possibly can. So as we move through the back of this coach, again, you'll notice the Cummins 450 horsepower engine. This is an absolute beast driving down the road. This is probably the #1 reason that people like the Aspire price point is you still get that Entegra quality build, beautiful 5-inch floors, just like your house is, extreme insulation from top to bottom, but that engine and the horsepower that you get with it is absolutely great. Again, if you had any preventative maintenance that you needed to use, it's very easy to get back here. This lift actually goes up even higher than it is. You'll have a air brake system back here from Air Force One, so if you have a tow vehicle, it's very easy to connect and disconnect to do so to make sure that you guys can tow borderline anything that you desire within the requirements. The beautiful Entegra badging up there, again, that's been our calling card for years. It's not going anywhere. And you'll notice that that's going to be your rear view camera. We're still using the 360-degree camera system that will allow you full visibility as you're driving down the road or even if you're just parked at that campsite. Another great feature of the Aspire, Anthem, and Cornerstone is going to be our side-mounted radiator system. It's not just that it's side-mounted, but look at the way that we've angled these vents. We're making sure that you guys have the ability to grab as much fresh air as you're driving down the road and cooling off that engine as cleanly as possible. If you notice on many rear-mounted radiator systems, a lot of debris ends up getting caught up there. As you're driving down the road, we want to make sure that you have the ability to capture as much clean air as you're driving than having it on the tail and unfortunately potentially building up more and excess debris. This is something that Spartan has designed with us. It's something that we are extremely proud of and do believe that this makes our coach far superior than a lot of our competitors. So for model year 2024, we've added actually some really cool features that you guys have been requesting. As I was mentioning in the front of this coach, adding the front port for hot and cold water, you'll have the ability to do so. We've labeled this to make it as easy as possible. This is going to be your front spray port. So if you want hot water, by all means, all you have to do is turn that nozzle and you'll have direct hot water to clean off any bugs or debris that you've built up traveling. So this is where you're going to be able to do so. We also have your black and gray tank pulls right here. But one of the neat features, which we'll talk about here shortly, is you now have the ability to tilt with air leveling system. That's going to be a brand new feature for model year 2024. So if you're trying to empty out those gray tank or the gray or black tank and want to ensure that you've gotten every ounce of water out of there, all you have to do is hit tilt. You'll have the ability to adjust your air leveling system to ensure all of that excess water has come out. But even on top of that, again, something that you guys have been requesting is going to be a black tank flush as well as a gray tank flush. Very similar to other adjustments in here. If you want black tank flush, read the label right above. You'll have it at a 90-degree angle. To gray tank, you'll turn it one position, and you now have the ability to toggle between your black tank and your gray tank, which is going to be a feature that is new for model year 2024, as well as something that everyone has come to love is that automatic reel system that we've been using. For model year 2024, we're still using the awesome, newly designed Spartan tripod steering wheel. We've had a lot of positive feedback from you guys, and we appreciate it because we think that Spartan has done a great job making this as intuitive as they possibly can, and pairing this with our Safe View dash design. It has been a great partnership. As you guys have become well aware, everything that you need is now at your fingertips. If you need to change your screen view to ensure that you no longer need to know what your speedometer or RPM, and you now need to locate your 360 camera, maybe your GPS, whatever it may be, you now have the ability to do so with a one-touch button. You also have, as you guys have become aware, your rain-sensing windshield wipers. All of that can be located. Air brakes, you name it, can all be located at your fingertips. As you guys can see right here, we're still using the brand new and redesigned dash. This has been a great feature paired with the all-new screen in the center stack. Our customers have become very fond of the capability and the safety aspect that this has added to their driving experience. Again, every ounce of information as you're driving down the road now is right in front of you at your fingertips or directly over here for either your driver or your passenger. You'll also notice that we're going to have our tag air dump button right over here, wireless charging, and your Allison transmission neutral, drive, or reverse capability over to your left. Over here, you'll notice that we're still using the Bergstrom air conditioning and heating system. We've had, again, a ton of positive feedback over an older system that we were using, that there's more than enough capability to make sure that your driver and passenger are either warmer or cooler than they would like to be. The center stack system has been absolutely phenomenal. All of your climate controls, your shades, everything is at your fingertips. One thing that we have added for model year 2024 is an additional few inches of fabric to use this as a shade as you're driving down the road. Unfortunately, the sun doesn't always cooperate with us, and we need a little bit thicker material to keep that sun out. We've added 4 inches of true blackout shade. If that sun is in an unfortunate position and you need a little bit of support, you have the ability to do so right at your fingertips. All of your pedal controls, GPS, leveling, phone, lights, again, all right here. You also have the ability to do a lot of these configurations at your passenger seat. So over to my right, you'll have the ability on a touch keypad to have the ability to adjust lights, shades, you name it. So again, we've tried to make this as wide of an array of both, including the driver as well as the passenger. But one thing I wanted to retouch was the auto level for manual air dump. So as you're traveling, you have the ability to raise or lower based on an air configuration rather than just jacks. So if you don't have the ability to use jacks, or you don't want to, maybe you're on grass and you just want an air level, you now have the ability to do so. So I can raise or lower based on air leveling rather than having to drop your jacks down. That's something that has been requested from our customers, and again, our teams are listening. They want to make sure that we have the feedback from you so we can implement items like this. This, in my opinion, is one of the best features for model year 2024 on the Entegra Aspire. So I'm very excited to showcase the all-new matte Stonewall Gray cabinetry that's going to be announced for model year 2024. This is going to be a new cabinet selection for this model year on your Riata all the way through your cornerstone. This is something that I think adds an extreme level of plush and beauty to this coach paired with this Tacoma shadow tile. I personally think that this is the best looking setup that you guys have the ability to choose from. We're still using the beautiful Italian leather on your Aspire, Anthem, and Cornerstone. Again, this particular setup on a 44R is something that does have some amenities that may not be available in other floor plans, like this slide out extension for additional seating. But again, the overall color schemes have the ability to be selected on any of our floor plans. You'll notice that we're still using a televator, and again, if you pair that with that Starlink system that is on the roof, you guys have the ability to stream anything that you guys would desire on these smart TVs. As we move through the coach, you'll notice that there is an abundance of pantry space. Again, being a 44R, you're going to end up needing maybe a little bit more than you expected. We're doing the best that we can to ensure that we have the ability to put as much as you guys desire into this coach. And again, we're not stopping on counter space either. You're still getting your island slide out if you guys need to be, or if you guys are cooking and you guys need a little additional space. We've made sure that the kitchen can accommodate the amount of people that you guys have in here. One neat item that's been added for model year 2024 is going to be the reversible cutting board. So this will also be a cover as you're traveling down the road. If you flip that upside down, that's going to be a cutting board new for model year 2024. If you guys don't want that out while you're traveling, you have the ability to store that right above your convection oven. Another item that's been new and added for model year 2024 is going to be your water dispenser. This is going to be filtered water that's going to be in your wet bay. So if you guys need a little drink, you have the ability to do so. Just turn that lever and that will be filtered dispensed water rather than having that from your full residential refrigerator. Again, when I talk about pantry space, even more, there is an abundance of it. That was something that was very important to a lot of you guys, so we're doing the best that we can to accommodate as much storage as possible. With the pantry space, we're not done. If you guys need a glass of wine at the end of the night, we've added a tray over here as well as some additional space to house whatever drinks you guys deem necessary, as well as a small little wine or drink refrigerator down there, again with some additional storage. Something that we've taken into consideration is ensuring that you guys have the ability to take and bring whatever you guys would like. Now, as we move through this coach, you guys will notice again, this is a 44R, the bunk beds in here. We want to make sure that this is a versatile space. So we have added a bar hanger. So if you guys want to bring some additional clothing, you have the ability to do so. If you guys needed this for sleeping space, this is on an automatic level system. All you have to do is hold down your down button and you can convert these into a bed with a quick hook ladder, as well as some televisions that are back there. Over to my right, this is going to be a bath and a half unit. So this will be your shower and restroom to my right as well. Before you get too far, you'll notice that we're still using that Firefly system from VegaTouch. It's been an absolute great partnership with them to ensure that you guys have the ability to connect digitally however you guys may deem necessary. Now back in the master bedroom, you'll notice we've got a fan to make sure that you guys have the ability to be as cool as you guys desire. And again, when I talk about space, when you get into the bedroom, you're not losing any of it. There is a plethora of storage back here to make sure that you guys can bring as many items of clothing or shoes as you guys deem necessary. Again, something that's been standard for a few years now is going to be the safe. So if you guys have any higher value items or something that you want to keep a little bit more secure, you have the ability to do so with a first alert safe. We've also added 110 outlets to as many places that we possibly can that are connected to an inverter. You're going to have 110 outlets on each of your nightstands. If you guys have a CPAP machine, you have the ability to do so on both sides. Again, some beautiful bedspreads, Pat's pillows, as he would love to say. Again, we've tried to make this as beautiful as we possibly can. As you go into the master bathroom, this is going to be a full functioning bathroom, single sink, macerating toilet, as well as a stackable washer and dryer. All of these items are going to be standard on the Aspire 44R. Again, that's something that we've become known for, is making sure that these are all standards in very few options. The reason that we do that is because we know how many of you guys want these coaches built, and that's loaded up. Items like Starlink, beautiful construction, using Spartan chassis, all of those items, we're doing so because that's how we would want our units built. And so again, what that means to you is you guys have the ability to have one of the best, quietest riding, best handling coaches on the market. All of these items accommodate that. If you guys have any more questions on the Entegra Aspire for model year 2024 or model year 2023, please feel free to reach out to us. Again, my name is Brendan Gendel. I look forward to speaking with you guys soon.